everything on. It's showtime. All right, y'all, we live, man. Y'all know how we do. Always pushing help, well, better understand the self. Salute to everybody who been tapping in with me. Y'all know how we do. So I got a good one for today, man. I'm gonna give some time, wait for everybody to log in. But got Candace on. We got some stuff we're gonna get into her. This is What Happened to America Part 3. So I did a couple other What Happened to America. We're gonna get into that, but it's been a lot of CDL drivers getting caught. I'm gonna go over that, and I'm gonna go over DJ Khaled is helping Jamaica, but you know, he ain't said nothing about Palestine. And I'm gonna go over some of the people in our community that do the same thing. They go out their way to go help other communities, and then for their own community, they don't even do anything. So I'm gonna get into that, man. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, push me on the algorithm. Let everybody get in there though. Salute. But this one, it's a whole bunch of CDL. You know, in Florida, we had the CDL drivers got caught with, you know, illegal CDL drivers riding in the street. The same thing just happened in California. So this is like good news for truckers, because it's like, look, they're catching a lot of people on the road they're not supposed to be. So maybe, you know, for truckers, y'all gonna get good loads, good pays, and everything. But let me, without further ado, let me play this.
Has admitted to illegally issuing upwards of 17,000 trucker licenses to what DOT officials call dangerous foreign drivers. Duffy wrote this: after weeks of claiming they did nothing wrong, Gavin Newsom and California have been caught red-handed. Now that we've exposed their lies, 17,000 illegally issued trucking licenses are now being revoked. They'll be null and void after 60 days.
17,000. So this is in America. We know it's true that you get immigrants over here, you get them to work, you can run up a bag a lot faster because you could pay them a third of the dollar that you're going to pay someone that's American. But who's really losing on this? It's the Americans. We're losing. Why these big corporations is doing these H-1B1 visas and bringing people to work here. Is like, it's just getting out of hand. Now we got all kind of now we even got politicians and stuff that's immigrants. It's just getting a little out of hand. And speaking for Foundational Black Americans, Black American, whatever y'all want to call us, we don't want to see all of these people coming into the country.
The Transportation Department is threatening to pull $160 million in federal money from California if all the CDLs are not revoked.
Well, today, the driver's licenses for thousands of commercial drivers across the state were revoked. And that includes operators of semi-trucks, school buses, and even some construction workers. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy says that this is because they were illegally issued to, quote, dangerous foreign drivers. But the Trump administration and Governor Gavin Newsom's office have different stories about why this happened. NBC4's Alex Rosier joins us live from the Commerce truck stop with those details.
What you mean? They gonna give an excuse of why this happened? We know why it happened. It's to get money. It's not like they just made a mistake. Check this out.
Alex.
Yeah, today the Department of Transportation put out a statement saying that those 17,000 CDLs were revoked in the state of California because they were illegally issued. But the governor's office quickly responded, saying the Department of Transportation just isn't sharing the truth.
Do you know what's really fun? Making a website on
Yeah, let me get this out of here.
Today, truck drivers got back on the road after filling up at the Commerce truck stop. On the same day, U.S. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy said the California DMV revoked 17,000 commercial driver's licenses in the state because Duffy said the CDLs were illegally issued to, quote, dangerous foreign drivers. This morning, the California DMV asked the governor's office to respond, and Governor Newsom's spokesperson said, quote, once again, the Sean Road Rules Duffy fails to share the truth, spreading easily disproven falsehoods in a sad and desperate attempt to please his dear leader. The governor's office says the impacted drivers are not illegal immigrants and that the licenses were withdrawn due to, quote, inconsistency with California law. The DMV didn't respond when asked for further clarification on what that means.
That's because Gavin Newsom is also a liar. Just last month, he was still around here saying nobody broke the law. All the CDLs he gave out were legal. Total lie. He's given out at least 65,000 CDLs in California to drivers who weren't supposed to have them, and they're crossing state lines, traveling all throughout the country, creating issues on the roads, and all throughout the trucking industry. Let's get this straight. They're not just breaking the law and staying in California. That would be different if the California governor wants to set the people up to play bumper cars with real-life deadly vehicles, and the people continue to support him and allow him to do it, all in the name of protecting illegals. That's different. The problem is, this is a national public safety issue because these guys are not staying in California. First of all, they took the port jobs in the Bay. I'm talking about the same people they lied to you, telling you that they're just picking strawberries. Yeah, they got your port jobs. Go down to the port of San Francisco or the port of Oakland. Look over there by the Bay Bridge, the downtown Willie Brown Bridge, and you'll see what I'm talking about. I'll give you a hint, though. Ain't no strawberry picking going on down there. It's big business, big money. Anyway, these drivers are working at the ports and all around there, from the Bay Area and Northern California to Southern California. And they're not stopping there. Here's why it's an issue for the whole nation. They cross over from San Francisco, Oakland, Sacramento. They leak into Nevada, Salt Lake City. They travel all the way through Nebraska, Omaha. This is how you find them in Iowa, Chicago, straight shot. They're getting pulled over in Indiana. But this is how they end up all the way in Texas, claiming the lives of so many people. Or on the turnpike in South Florida. They don't get the license to just run into people in California and ruin their lives. No, they take that license Gavin lied about giving them legally, and they use it to travel out of state. Another thing about Gavin, what he's not telling you, he made it illegal for workers at the DMV, law enforcement, everybody, to even question the applicants for the driver's license. Any of them, including commercial licenses.
My thing is, they making it seem like they ain't a part of it. The whole system is a part of it. Yeah, we got these Hadibs, all of these, Middle Easterns over here, probably from whatever country, but they gonna make it seem like they just tricking the game and getting over here. No, you got people that's from the higher ups. They're positioning them over here, and this is why all of them got to get out of the office. It's like we got to cancel the whole government.
Yeah, if you work down there, you can't even ask them about their citizenship or immigration status. But he's not deeming it illegal to give them a license in the first place. Gavin is definitely playing stupid games, and this would all be good if he wasn't also playing with the lives of real people. This isn't just some video game. It's real life.
But the news comes 1 month after a semi-truck driver who was in the United States illegally was accused of causing a crash that killed 3 people in Ontario. And it follows the California DMV's announcement in September that the DMV cannot issue or renew CDLs to people who are here legally in the United States but are not permanent residents or...
Bro, do you know how many of our black guys had to put their truck to the side? But how you feel about why y'all keep hollering at me about this damn hat? Blue Jays and blue. I done got 2 comments about this. What I feel about the Blue Jays lost the World Series to the Dodgers. Man, I got a Dodgers and a Blue Jays hat. So, I mean, I don't know, man. I feel like they just lost, man. But I'm not. Y'all pushing that Blue Jays hat. I got to make sure I
citizens
with the right hat.
We have definitely seen the impact on our students.
Rosie Trujillo is the office manager at the Los Angeles Trucking College.
We've had students here, and he had already his license, was working, family man, so he just had to go to the DMV and renew his license. He had a DACA. He went, and when he tried to renew it, he couldn't anymore. They said that they don't accept it unless he has residency or citizenship.
And Rosie says most of their students weren't born in the United States.
Not a lot of people that have the citizenship or residency want to do this. It's people that come from other countries with DACA, with work permits. They're the ones that really want that change in their lives. And they...
I'd like to go to
Okay, you got a PG hat, son?
I have a deposit to make.
Gosh, you're so smart.
What you want for the PG hat? You want to sell it?
Wait a damn minute.
Wait a minute. Maria just set her jalapeno head up here and told that big fat lie. She said the only people who want to get their license in trucking are illegal immigrants. Basically saying it's a job Americans don't want to do. And see, this is why none of these people can be trusted.
Oh,
That's a
man.
bold-faced lie she just told right there. And the news is going to spread this lie out to everybody so they can plant in everybody's heads that we somehow need illegals to come to the U.S. to drive trucks because Americans don't want to drive trucks. It's the biggest lie I've heard all day. Do you know how many American men made a great living for decades driving trucks? Yeah, do you know it's still a highly sought after position? The problem is people like Gavin Newsom and this lying woman right here, along with the media, they're all working in cahoots to destroy the American trucker. It's not just them either. It's the mega carriers, the brokers, the shippers. They're all working to destroy the American truck driver. Lying, talk about they need all these people, bringing in tens of thousands of illegal CDLs in California alone. They allow these people to start companies. And what are they doing? Destroying the spot rate market. They destroy the whole industry. They get into ridiculous accidents. Insurance is through the roof. They can't read or write English. So when they get a rate con from a shady broker, they're just happy to have a load, to have work. But they took the bottom of the barrel rate just to win the load from an American trucker. It's a lot behind all this they're not telling you. And the only reason why this lady is lying right here is because a trucking school she's working at, that should get closed down, by the way. They're in the business of putting CDLs in the hands of illegals. Real drivers, real citizens, they're not going to their business. So if they can't get illegals down there to double and triple charge them, you know, to somehow pass the test they can't read, just a bunch of scamming going on. It's
because illegals is going to take a lot less for them loads, bro. And you can get them on that road for cheaper. You could put them in a truck and they're going to ride it out, you know, because they come from a third world country.
It's not even a real business. But if they can't get them down there and promise they'll do this and that for them to get a license, then they can't collect any more money from them. Yeah, the jig is up. You have to understand what she's saying, number one. But even over that, why she's saying this. They're using the same rhetoric from that strawberry picking stuff that y'all thought they'll just keep in the farming industry. Nah, listen, she used that same logic on the trucking industry, but she's flat out lying, saying Americans don't want to drive trucks. Like we don't have millions of Americans with CDLs. Like, cut it out. I can't believe they let this lady lie like this and got everybody actually believing it.
We're the ones coming to get their CDL license. We're just afraid that it's going to impact and affect our business.
And look, she just admitted the quiet part out loud. She said the illegals were the ones coming down there to get their CDLs from them. And now that they can't get a new license or renew, it's impacting their scammy business where they allow non-citizens who can't even read the English road signs or any of their paperwork, write any of their reports in English, or communicate with anybody at all. I'm talking the shipper, receiver, law enforcement. They get in accidents and can't even communicate with the tow truck operator unless he's bilingual. And that's another thing. The bilingual tow truck operators, they're out here having to translate for them when they get into accidents because they can't even speak English. Yet somehow they made it all the way from California to Alabama. So here's what's happening right now with businesses like this. They can't pay people under the table to pass them here and there. Their whole scam is coming to a halt. They can't collect money from these people anymore. That's what this is all about.
We don't want it to. We want to be here for a long time.
So the bottom line is the Trump administration and Governor Newsom's team tell different stories about why this happened. But either way, 17,000 drivers with CDLs in the state of California are no longer able to legally drive with that CDL here in the state.
And sure, Sean Duffy, they're revoking 17,000. But I'm here to tell you, that's not enough. There's at least another 50,000 Gavin Newsom gave out, and they need to be revoked too. Then they also need to look into Washington State, along with every other DMV in this country, including the offices in red states. All of them. Go in there and arrest all these people selling licenses under the table. Can somebody please tell me where's RICO? Yeah, in all these states, the red states and the blue states, you have these illegal operations going on. Now, every state isn't like California. That's very different when you have the governor in on it too, making laws and rules to help the illegals get these licenses. But everybody should be held accountable on every level. So most definitely go down to the DMV, these scam agencies working with other scam organizations. There's a lot of people involved here. Round them all up.
Joining me now is DHS Public Assistant Secretary Tricia McLaughlin. Tricia, good to see you. Thanks so much for being here. Give us the reason this is so troubling, these licenses.
Maria, this is a huge public safety issue in this country, and this is just the tip of the iceberg. What's happening here is California and other sanctuary states are issuing these big rig driver's license, these commercial driver's license for 18-wheelers to those who are in our country illegally. Oftentimes they can't understand law enforcement, they can't speak the English language, they can't properly follow road signs. We've just saw in the last few weeks multiple Americans being killed by drivers who are driving recklessly, using CDLs. This is a huge problem. Secretary Duffy has been a wonderful partner in this, incredibly proactive. And Secretary Noem has also been directing state and local law enforcement partners, including our ICE and CBP officials, to be going out to weigh stations, to truck stops, and making operations to make sure that this is a priority so the American families are safe who are driving on our roads.
Why would they issue the licenses in the first place, Tricia?
To scam people.
Well, in the state of California, it is actually illegal for the California Driver Association to ask these individuals if they're in the country illegally. So it's incredibly reckless policy. It's not just dumb, it's obviously deadly. And we've seen that time and time again. And innocent Americans are really getting wrapped up in this.
It's all a big mess for sure. The most upsetting part of this is the clear sabotage we're seeing. They're out here trying to justify the sabotage of American truckers by lying, saying we need illegal drivers because Americans don't want to drive trucks. It's the biggest lie ever when we have millions of American CDLs and many more who would sign up to do the job if you weren't sabotaging them. No, that's not the problem. It's just a part of that whole trucker shortage narrative they've been lying about, pushing and brainwashing people with for years now. I'm sorry, the who's going to pick our strawberries rhetoric, it's not going to slide in the trucking.
Right, they lying. It's just like, I mean, when they did it with the food, I was like, okay, they may be right. We had so many years of people picking food maybe, but now they talking about with the trucks, it's like, y'all just really trying to not pay people. Just keep it real with us. We ain't slow, but we ain't gonna let nobody pee on us and tell us it's raining, right? But check this out. Trump, they got to put on this show with the government shutdown, and they got to make it seem like they doing something around here.
Here's a simple Christian-centered online business that you haven't heard of before, and it's built to bless your community.
Today, we're sending a clear message that we will never give in to extortion, because that's what it was. They tried to extort. The Democrats tried to extort our country. In just a moment, I'll sign a bill exactly like we asked Democrats to send us all along.
His game is to always say, I'm tired of the Democrats did this. It's like when you got that, he can always pump fake us, bro. You can always say the Democrats, the Republicans, the Democrats gonna blame the Republicans, and it's just gonna be pointing fingers.
Days ago, this cost the
childish.
country $1.5 trillion, this little excursion that they took us on. Republicans never wanted a shutdown and voted 15 times for a clean continuation of funding. There's never been a time when one or the other party ever didn't sign a continuation. It's just a continuation, not a big deal. It's a continuation, and we'll talk later.
No, we need to fire all Republicans and Democrats. If you claim any of these stuff, we don't need you in office. We don't want you in office. You're a gang. It's like trying to have a gang members being the police. It's not going to work. You feel me? It's like we don't need no politician that's right or left. It's just you're not qualified for the position.
Yet the extremists in the other party insisted on creating the longest government shutdown in American history.
Real call, dog.
And they did it purely for political reasons. I want to thank Speaker Mike Johnson, Senate Majority Leader John Thune, as well as House Majority Leader Steve Scalise, Majority Whip Tom Emmer, and numerous other great Republican leaders and congressmen and senators who are here and who frankly spent a long time in Washington getting this thing to go away. I also want to thank the broad coalition of Americans that stood with us in this fight to reopen government, including the Teamsters, the American Federation of Government Employees, the Fraternal Order of Police, AMVETS, the National Small Business Association, the American Farm Bureau, the American Trucking Association. These are all incredible patriots. The Airlines for America, the Allied Pilots Association, the National Air Traffic Controllers Association, and many others, unions and non-unions. Over the past 7 weeks, the Democrats' shutdown has inflicted massive harm. They caused 20,000 flights to be canceled or delayed. They departed so many times, so late. People were hurt so badly. Nobody's ever seen anything like this one. This was a no-brainer. This was an
Bro, it's like two little kids. You ever seen a little kid get in trouble and he did it? It's like they acting like two kids, bro. The both parties. It's like we so sick of this, bro. We so sick of both sides, bro. We don't care about none of that no more. We care about the people.
easy extension.
I'm ready to cancel all politicians that rep a side. I don't care what side you rep. If you ain't independent and just standing on truth, you corrupt.
But they didn't want to do it the easy way. They had to do it the hard way. And they look very bad, the Democrats do. They deprived more than 1 million government workers from their paychecks and cut off food stamp benefits for millions and millions more Americans in need. They caused tens of thousands of federal contractors and small businesses to go unpaid, and the total effect of the—
Bro, I can't believe an enemy talking about you talking about your enemy. I don't believe nothing both of y'all say, because it's like y'all both enemies to each other. I need a third party that don't got no fight in the fight. They just trying to just speak the truth. Then I can understand a little better. But I can never listen to a Democrat or a Republican and think that they're gonna tell me the truth, bro. I automatically feel like I'm being lied to.
Damage their antics cause will take weeks and probably months to really calculate accurately, including the serious harm that they did to our economy and to people and to families. So I just want to tell the American people, you should not forget this. When we come up to midterms and other things, don't forget what they've done to our country. I also want to
don't forget what they've done to our
country.
country.
Termination to the filibuster so that this can never happen again. If we had the filibuster terminated, this would never happen again. And don't forget, we have another date coming up in the not too distant future. We can never let this
January 30th
happen again, and we should be able to pass really great legislation. So I say terminate the filibuster, because, by the way, the Democrats will do it immediately if they ever.
Listen, January 30th, we're gonna be back at the same spot. It's like, and his thing is blame the Democrats,
which hopefully they won't. Today we had the highest stock market price ever in all of the different markets. We set a record. It's the 48th time in the 9 months that I've been in office that we had this record set. So think of that, 48 times.
For real, man.
We had a record set, but today is the highest of them all. We're gonna break new grounds. Nobody would have thought. I have with us not only the great political leaders, but the great business leaders of our country. They're standing right behind me and right really alongside of me. And if we would have told them a year ago that we'd be having stock prices this high, none of them, in fact, I just asked them that question, none of them would have believed it. And that inures to jobs and, very importantly, to 401ks, which have also set a record today.
Man, anytime anything that do good under Trump, he gonna take it for marketing. Man, y'all about to make me put on the Dodgers hat, man. I mean, I'm about to not wear this hat again, bro. Pedo and Chef, Pedo Chief or Chief Pedo. He definitely was on them files. I think I did a video on that, but they had some emails. Now he's saying that the Democrats just put the emails out by him, which I don't believe that. I believe there's some truth to that. I'm finna get into that too with Jasmine Crockett. She got something on.
A record high for the people that have 401ks. And also, I want to thank Walmart, because they came up with a fantastic study. It was the cost of Thanksgiving coming up and the cost of Thanksgiving from a year ago under Sleepy Joe Biden. And we're 25% lower this year than we were a year ago. And it's a very inclusive report. So I want to thank Walmart. They've done it for many years, but we believe in that. We thank you.
We don't believe in that, though. I'm saying that he got something for everything. Anything something good, Trump know how to take credit for it, boy. I tell you that. But Jasmine Crockett, and I don't rock with. Listen, I'm gonna tell you, I don't rock with Republicans, Democrats. I feel like they just get money. You put Walmart, pay welfare wages. For real, Walmart is a scam too, bro. It's a damn scam. Wally World. But my point is though, the left and the right is just crazy to me. I can't trust neither one of them. You know, but I'm gonna say, let's play this what Jasmine Crockett said. This People's Edition. I'll check this out. Let me stop it. So let y'all see this. But it is going down. All right, so here you go. Jasmine.
I will not be afraid.
I think when you're talking about how expensive these races are, starting with someone who is known and has a brand that doesn't take from anybody.
They've also got Lady Eyelash's Jasmine Crockett. And well, to Bernie's point, they want some more crazy people to run. Well, she's considering running for Senate in Texas.
So I got to ask you, because your name has been floated all over Washington, D.C., and I'm sure all over Texas as a potential U.S. Senate candidate. What can you tell us?
Yeah, I am considering it, is what I can tell you. I think that we're living in unprecedented times. And I think an unprecedented candidacy is what we need to do in Texas if we're going to do something different. And so I think when you're talking about how expensive these races are, starting with someone who is known and has
if y'all see that double time, it's just this new thing they doing. So it could be like when people could catch you when you on the feed on the shorts. That's this new thing they got, man. I don't know. I'm about to cut it off.
A brand that doesn't take from anybody. I think being a fighter for the people is what people are looking for.
That is where we are at in politics, guys.
You damn right. We're looking for a fighter for the people. But how can you trust? This is what I'm saying. I'm finna show y'all. This shows everything about politics. What I'm finna show y'all right here. Right? How can you trust people, right? If they're not willing to fight for their own people, and I'm finna show y'all like exactly this is what goes down. Their own people can be in danger, and you will see them fighting for somebody else. Check this out. Anybody that's tied to Hollywood, music, anything like that, it just seems like they do it all. Now, Khaled, right? DJ Khaled, he just announced that, he's going to go help. He's going to go help Jamaica. He like, yo, let me go out here and help Jamaica. Now, if y'all don't know, this guy is he's Palestinian. So like, bro, why you ain't go out there and, bro, your city got bombed. Where you from, bro? They was bombing them people. You never said nothing. Check this out.
Thank you.
Thank you so much love. Respect.
Jarvis, what's good, family?
Beautiful.
Happy birthday.
Right here up top. Happy birthday.
Khaled, do you think Jamaica's going to be okay? I saw that you just
said beautiful things in Jamaica. Prayers to my people in Jamaica. Jamaica, we love you. Jamaica's, everybody over is an overcomer, and we blessed that we the best foundation to partner up with Bounty Killers Foundation, Bob's Cartels Foundation. Also just sent a cargo jet with my brother Butterfly and Jabba. Did some special things with Simon and Sharon Burke. So we sent a bunch of beautiful stuff to Jamaica to help all the Jamaican people. Love and respect.
Now, I want to know what y'all think about that. He sent a jet. He sent, what he said? He sent money to organizations. Now salute to Jamaica. We wishing that island get back right. I'm not knocking him, bro, for helping Jamaica. That ain't my point. My point is, how can you trust somebody, right, that won't help their own people, bro? Look at Officer Tatum. Officer Tatum just did so much things for Charlie Kirk's wife. He put out shirts, and he said he's gonna try to give her $1 million. It's like we could see these people, bro. They don't help their own people, but they be so willing to jump out there and help, another people. But I'm with you, Ancient King. He couldn't speak against it. He couldn't speak against them little hacks. We know the president. We know they press the buttons. I wonder if YouTube have ties. They do, bro. They do have ties, because I'm gonna tell you how I know they got ties. I was on here talking about Farsi. I was talking about a lot of people, bro. And I know that they had ties because they would make my channel. Like, soon as when I upload the video, I was talking about the other older guy who be in the black community starting rock, and they make the videos where you can't get monetized off of it. So that's why everybody know that they're watching these channels, and what they say, they trying to really not let the stuff hit the algorithm if it's exposing them. They don't want too much hitting the algorithm, bro. So what I'm saying is, we seeing the same thing with black people. It's black people that won't even speak on their own people. But you will see them go try to help a whole nother country. You be like, what the hell? That don't even make sense. So we just got to call these people out, bro. Because you can't trust nobody that's not going to help out their own people. Like, I'm going to think you're robbing my people. Like, think about it. If somebody, they don't help their own people, but they come into your neighborhood, your community, and they say, yeah, I want to help your community. You got to look at them weird, because you got to be like, hold on, bro. Why you want to help us so bad? It's like, I wouldn't be surprised if it's some kind of something that's going on that ain't right. Right. What Busta Rhymes at? Like, it's enough, and not to, like, we should be able to help anybody, bro. That ain't my point. My point is, we see a lot of times people go to these black towns. Like, look what happened to Haiti. Look what happened to New Orleans. When New Orleans got flooded with that Katrina, man, them people was out there. It's still messed up, bro. Like, people be saying they helping, but we don't be seeing the help, bro. Like, their own government could have helped. You feel me? Like, we got people that could have helped them, but it's like, I just don't be believing these people, bro. I don't believe they really trying to help people. Jarvis said they've been doing that for years. Remember when Oprah built the school in Africa instead of... This is what I'm saying. What makes a person go out and build a school in a whole nother country, bro? Like, that don't even make sense to me. So we just got to keep calling this stuff out, in my opinion, because if not, people gonna think it's normal to look out for people rather than your own. But I'm finna read some more of this of what happened with DJ Khaled, with what he doing. And it's a good thing. I'm not gonna really sit here and try to knock it, but my point is, you ain't right. Help who you want to help now. But you doing all of this. Bro, your town got bombed, bro. You got places that your people that done got bombed. They don't got nowhere to stay. I would say it's worse than Jamaica. I would say his own country is worse than Jamaica. Now, y'all know we got a lot of people, bro, in the community, in every culture, that what they do is they're really on white supremacist side, or whatever the higher ups is. They just try to disguise like they with the people. You put, where was Farrakhan when Katrina happened? That's what I'm saying, bro. When Katrina happened to us, bro, we ain't, and this is an American country. They ain't even send, George Bush ain't even send them people out there to help New Orleans, bro. We had to beg and plead, bro. It took so much. It took years, Then when people confronted Oprah about it, she lied and said black people over here don't value education. You see what I'm saying, bro? Instead of telling us the truth, like them people got a hold of you and they don't want you to push the black community. Like right now, bro, we got to start calling out everybody. If you ain't standing on business for our community, bro, it's certain things, you know what I'm saying? You got to at least be pushing or at least be bringing attention to our people, because it's too many people in disguise right now, bro. And they controlling the narrative. But you see some people there and they doing their thing, you know, but I just can't trust it. But look what they say in the comment sections, y'all. Look what they say, bro. Check this out. Wait, what? Elephant in the room. If only there was someone worth, say, 500 billion who can contribute materially to this cause instead of contributing to a convict or pedo. And somebody put, he can't help his own people. It's sad, bro. We got people like that. They like literally you can't even help your own people. Just like the government do with our people, like they do with black women, they'll say, hey, you bet not have no black men in the house and we'll give you these government assistance, you know? And some people, they may not have morals. You know, that money may be good for them to not have morals. You can't deal with an enemy that's trying to break you down. You're not going anywhere, you know? You're still going to be stuck. But it's some people feel like just because they get on with the higher ups, you know, I can cross my people. I'm going to work with I'm going to work with the government. The government going to look out for me. Forget you. And that's what the problem we got right now, bro. But I would respect Khaled a lot more if he would over there, help his people, but try to rebuild some of that. You know, I would respect you. I respect anybody who got respect for their own culture. I just feel like that's mandatory, you know. But Farrakhan taught us believers to save and stock up for disasters. I mean, I don't know, you know, I don't even think Farrakhan from the U.S. though, or he might be, I don't know, but I'm not saying if Farrakhan, I'm not sure, but I did read something that said that Farrakhan, I ain't even gonna say Farrakhan, the Nation of Islam made some kind of secret agreement with white supremacy. And I don't know what that was, but it's a book that was out that I respected the author. I ain't get into indulge in it, but I know that when you got people talking and they in the big platform and they ain't trying to silence you, it's something to that, bro. Because sometimes they be having backdoor deals with people and they just want them to push certain agenda. But I ain't gonna put that on them. I don't know for sure, but that's just what I've been hearing. I still respect a lot of the stuff that he be saying, though. I feel like he do be saying some stuff that triggered us. But I need to know, like, where the real help at. Like, what happens when, you know, you give game to our people and you're really trying to help. Now, I want to show y'all this, right? It's fights and stuff all over, right? With sports. Yeah, we still in the same place. It's like, think about this, bro. The biggest movements we had was after slavery. After slavery came in and our people built all of them towns and Wall Street, you know, after it got burnt down. Yeah, when you say that, did he just teach the believers or black people in general? Yeah, because we need results right now. Like, you can't just pee on me and tell me it's raining. Like, I need to see results, you know? But I understand we at war. But check this out. I want to show y'all this. Because this is another crazy thing. How they do our people. Michigan and Ohio State have these same brawls. But when we do it, it's like they have to market our pain, bro. They can't just keep it real with us. But check this out. And this lame dude here, Jason Whitlock.
This long and all the helmet throwing. And I mean, this goes on forever. This isn't your typical sports brawl. This is an embarrassment. And I believe there ended up being 27 players suspended because of this brawl. This is, because I've seen people say, oh, when Michigan and Ohio State, it's just passion. But now that it's two black teams.
And I mean, the whole Nation of Islam, I respect them boys, how they handle their business and how they stick together and how they be like, giving out history. They do seem intelligent, but I just don't see the impact like that they kind of do for the black community. I don't see nothing that happen, but I do look up to how they be sticking together, but I just don't see nothing. Save and stock up for disasters. Yeah.
It's, now it's the worst thing in the world. Look, I've been involved. I believe it was 1987, Ball State, Indiana State at the Hoosier Dome in 1987. We had a brawl, but it was over and done with. It was pretty quick. No one got hurt. I think 2 or 3 guys on our team got in trouble from our head coach, and maybe a couple, 2 or 3 guys on the other team. I don't. But I've seen it. This was unusual, and what was really unusual was the Grambling State head coach after the game justifying it. Let's play Mickey Joseph.
When you play here, you got to make sure, as a coach, support staff, that all your players come down. If you're gonna walk down there and take your time, and now it's 3 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock, and we're standing on the stairs, and you got 4 or 5 kids who's just walking down, taking their time. Listen, at the end of the day, I'm thinking like, well, they know what they're doing. They taking their time, so we're trying to give them the respect. So by the time we got to go, we can't wait on 2 players, but they should never leave their players. Who leaves their players? Who leaves their players over there knowing that we got to come down? But see, that's what I'm talking about. That's the disrespect stuff. And we're not going to tolerate disrespect here at Grambling. You won't disrespect us. We're going to meet disrespect with disrespect, because be responsible, get your kids out the locker room, make them get to the field. They came down on the field, they walked on the field. That's disrespecting the game, first of all. So that's my perspective. And I told him after the game, I said, you can't leave your kids up there. You can't leave your kids up there. So we talked. I know we're going to hear, I'm going to hear from my AD. I'll talk to my AD. He'll talk to his AD. And, I told him.
Wait, did he really just say that? Let me rewind that, bro. I don't think I caught that.
At the end of the day, I'm thinking like, well, they know what they're doing. They taking their time, so we're trying to give them the respect. So by the time we got to go, we can't wait on 2 players, but they should never leave their players. Who leaves their players? Who leaves their players over there knowing that we got to come down? But see, that's what I'm talking about. That's the disrespect stuff. And we're not going to tolerate disrespect here at Grambling. You won't disrespect us. We're going to meet disrespect with disrespect, because be responsible,
bro.
Get your kids out the locker room, make them get to the field. They came down on the field.
But y'all see, this the type of energy that they want black people on, bro. How you gonna meet disrespect with y'all is playing football, bro? Coach is dead wrong. Coach is dead wrong, bro. Anybody that talk like that, bro, they ain't got sense, bro. If you don't understand, if you think about it, if somebody disrespects you and your automatically thing is to disrespect them and not like you just as wrong as them now it's especially you being a coach, bro. Like, this is somebody over kids, and this is the problem we got in our black community too, y'all. We got people that's over kids, and they have to influence kids, and they talk like this, they think like this, like they have no leadership amongst grown people. Like, if you sit them in a room of grown people, they ain't leaders. But if you sit them around kids, the kids have to look up to him. That's why we got to get back to having the real people around kids that got integrity, morals, and principles, because they just don't do the same thing as people that don't. Bro. And he's probably one of these guys like that. But disrespect with disrespect, bro, is like, that's the
They walked
stupidest
on the
thing to
field.
say.
That's disrespecting the game, first of all. So that's my perspective. And I told him after the game, I said, you can't leave your kids up there. You can't leave your kids up there. So we talked. You know, I know we're going to hear, you know, I'm going to hear.
So think about some of them players on the field that's going to be, they're going to take this to they're going to take this to their city, and they're going to be like, yeah, man, I'm going to meet disrespect with disrespect. Somebody probably step on their shoes, they probably going to want to kill them. You know? And you know what's so crazy though, too? We got people in our community that if a black person do it to them, they're going to be they'll take it way overboard, bro. Another culture can slap them in their face and they just want to, you know, they're going to be civil about it. A black person do something to them and they own people, they're going to be ready to take them out. And these is 2 black colleges, bro. So I'm gonna let this play, man. But you're right about Jason Whitlock. But listen to this.
My AD, I'll talk to my AD. He'll talk to his AD. And, you know, I told him, I said, you know, if they fine us, then you know what? Where'd you pay?
We're going to meet disrespect with disrespect. This is a head coach, a leader of men. By the way, and you know, Vance Joseph is Mickey Joseph's brother. Vance Joseph has been the head coach in the NFL. I believe he's now still the defensive coordinator for the Denver Broncos. I think Vance Joseph played in the NFL. I think they have another brother that played in the NFL. This is a football family. And Mickey Joseph, I believe at one point was considered.
And I don't even mess with this dude. I can't even remember his name right now. Jason Whitlock. But I mean, I gotta get to what he's saying right here. Like, you can't talk like that. I would be hate for my son to have to sit around somebody that don't got morals.
Was in line to be potentially the head coach at the University of Nebraska. He had some domestic violence issues that ended his bid to be the head coach at the University of Nebraska. This is someone with some credentials and credibility who is talking like a gang leader, who is justifying an embarrassing level of on-field violence. This is a leader, allegedly, of young men, justifying this type of brawl and behavior. This is again, we love to talk about, no one respects Black culture. People are critical of Black culture, but this is a direct reflection of everything that I've talked about here on this show about disculture. And you have a head coach, someone above the age of 45, 50 years old, justifying disculture. If I get disrespected, I now have the right to turn violent against you or whoever I feel has disrespected me. This is a childlike, dangerous mentality.
For real.
From a head coach.
Definitely is. But Jason Whitlock is definitely on the side. Like, if this was a white school that did it, he probably wouldn't even much pull this story. He's just like an Officer Tatum, Stephen A. Smith, you know. Bro, we got to go on YouTube to get to the real people that's talking the real, you know, because the people that's paid and put up in spots, he said gang leader, right? He know how to word stuff to make us, you know, but he just like Officer Tatum, all of these dudes, bro. He ain't gonna give us the real. But check this out. Y'all was talking about Farrakhan, right? He had a newer speech that he came out with. Now, Farrakhan is the type that he gonna give you. But the stuff that come out gonna be sounding great now. And I done listened to some stuff he said, and I feel it. But I'm just saying, I don't really see I don't see the impact no more. Yeah, Stephen a grifter, bro. Stephen is definitely a grifter. But check out. I want to know what y'all think about this speech. This is the speech that
there's a better way
Black
to get
people
paid a way
kinda
bigger check without having to
connected
They're
with.
targeting Black people and this, that, and the other. Well, duh, of course they are. But last week, I talked about something the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said in regards to warning Trump. And I just want to give you a reminder of what that was. He said, you can come, bring your army, but if you slaughter my little young brothers, watch what God will do for you, Mr. Trump, and for the country that you said you want to make great again. That's not going to happen, Mr. Trump. America will never be made great again. But there was another warning, and that warning was for us as Black people to get our acts together. Now, I want to go to 2007 before we go back to 2017, and this is what the minister said then.
On any given Saturday night in cities across this nation, it's we killing each other. You make it easy for racist police to kill you because you are busy killing yourself. But if you stopped and became a community that respects the life of each other and will protect the life of each other and will protect your women and your girls.
So as you heard him say, on any given Saturday night, we are doing things that we should not be doing, right? Now, he made the call to Black men to protect the women and the...
But check this out, though. They saying to protect, but check this out. How do we blame, like, look, let's say white supremacy, they get partners with people in our community. This happens all the time. You know, like Jason Whitlock, the Stephen A. Smith, the Officer Tatum. They partner up with one of us, and then we kind of like, everybody want to point at us for what's going on. So it kind of look like we doing it to ourselves. But it's not we doing it to ourselves. It's certain agents and certain people that's aligning themselves with the enemy, and they getting paid or they getting benefits of it. It's hard for us to stop that. Like, how can we stop that from getting in our communities? How can we stop these agents or these people from even cosplaying? It's like, if you gonna partner with the enemy, it's hard for us to be able to conflate that, in my opinion. I don't know how we gonna, I mean, we gotta call them out, but it's like, that's something that's just hard to...
girls. Now, fast forward to 2017 Savior's Day address, and he said this.
Let me tell you something. My brothers are in bad shape. And I have warned all of you. I told you that the army was coming. I told you to get your act together and clean up your act because they're coming with a mind to slaughter us. Have I said it? Not just for a year, but for 3 decades. I have been warning you about the government of America planning a war, not only with a Muslim overseas, but with Black people and the Nation of Islam in America. Have I not done that?
So he basically said, did I not warn you? Were you not told that this was going to take place? Now, before that, he was talking about when Trump was in office in 2016, rather, he warned Mayor Rahm Emanuel at the time to clean it up, clean up the city and the crime and all of that. And again, here we are in 2025, and Trump said, oh, y'all thought I was playing, huh? Well, here I am. But forget all of that. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan had warned us, and we as a collective, right, decided not to listen.
Shout out to Ancient King. You said something there. You're right. Like, we got to take them to a worldwide court. But it's like, these guys be so smart, too. It's like, damn, they not smart enough to put us in position to think like that. Like, we got to take these people to court. We can't be waiting on nothing to happen. It's like, we got to give them, like, look, we making justice. Y'all did this, and this. Y'all going to pay for it. But they had to take Malcolm out. So it's like I got so much respect for Malcolm because his talk was different, bro. It seemed like his talk was actually giving us the blueprint. Like, we need to do this. Let's do this right now. We need to have our own piece of land. We need to have our own and govern ourselves. Like, he gave us a direct strategy to play with. I don't hear nobody else really talking like him, in my opinion.
We were told to get our communities intact by doing something about the crime and the waywardness that goes on. Regardless of what the government is doing, we still have to be accountable for the things that we do to each other. As he said, we take each other's lives and don't blink an eye. But when the white man says, oh, I'm going to do A, B, C, and D, then we want to be up in arms. But we should be up in arms about the things that go on in our community that we just, shrug it off. Now, I know it's not all of us that do that, but it's enough of us to where Trump, even though, he owns some extra stuff, but to where he and his cronies feel like, oh, well, I got to go on there and do something. Listen, that was already part of the plan. But see, there was stuff that we were supposed to be doing per that of the message of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. And again, here we are. So there are things that we could do even now, right? For one, get your kids out the streets. Most times when crime is being committed by children, it's because their parents don't even know where they are, don't even care where they are, running the streets all times of day and night without having to check in or any of that. And right now, with all these cell phones and stuff, there's no excuse not to know what your children are doing or where they are. Problem is, you don't care. Now, I know that sounds kind of harsh, but it's just the truth. So yes, Trump is sending his army per se to deal with Black America. Now, he hasn't said Black America out of his mouth, but he don't need to say that because we know what he's trying to do. And listen, there's nothing we can do about the wickedness of the government. As the minister said, God is going to take care of that. But again, that does not absolve us of our duties to each other. And also, before I leave, we have been told by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad that we must accept our own, be ourselves, and do for self, right?
Do for
now,
self.
If we had been doing those things way back then, we might not be here.
Right.
But we're here. But guess what? It's never too late. So anyway, y'all let me know what you think.
Never too late to be great, right? Never too late to be great. I'm gonna go over this last man. You put most Black people. Yeah, everybody, every race gonna have the same numbers, bro. But they market us. It's like any stat they can get, bro, to market us in a way, they gonna do it. Black on Black crime, y'all just be killing each other. And it's like, bro, everybody be doing the same amount of crime to each other. It's like all the stats don't make no sense. But check this out. The Black Santa Claus. So it was a story about this man, bro, that they done took and made into the Santa Claus. His name was Saint Nicholas. Now, he was Black. We had Black people all over the world, but they made Santa Claus out of him and then made him a white guy. This guy was going around giving gifts to kids and going down their chimney and stuff and putting it in there. And then the pagans, what they did was they made a whole Christmas out of this. And that got to do with a lot of the characters, bro. It be coming from Black people, and then they twist it up, whitewash it. But now we getting a lot of in stores. They're trying to have like Black Santa Claus now. It's like, now I don't celebrate pagan holidays, bro. I don't believe in it, But anything that got to do with Black history and got to do with my people, I'm definitely for it. But celebrating a pagan holiday to me is like, that's the lowest I can go, bro. So, but Black Santa, that's what's going on Black Twitter right now. But this is how they changed him to Saint Nicholas. So then they changed him to this guy. just like Jesus, you know, the whitewashing that's going on. Fortunately, though, white people is waking up to this, and we starting to get, everybody is starting to understand that they whitewashed a lot of our history. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Malcolm was the man. Malcolm X, bro. That was one of the true leaders. But the biggest leader right now that's living for us right now is definitely Claude Anderson, bro. About to pull out his book. Claude Anderson is really that guy right now, man. So, man, y'all, we need to definitely, man, though, we was talking about what Farrakhan and them do. We need to start us like a group or organization, man, because y'all in this chat seem like y'all really want to stand on business for the people. So we gonna have to definitely, I know my boy Jarvis Coleman be putting out shirts. I got to get that shirt from you too, but we gonna get that this weekend. I'm gonna put it on the channel. But we got to do certain stuff, man, and try to we got to get our rights back in the country, man, because right now we get treated like it's citizens that come from another country that get treated better than us here, which is crazy to say, bro. It's like people are better off coming over here, getting their citizenship, and it's like the system is going to benefit them a lot more than us. It's like we got to stick together in order to survive. But people can come over here from another country, bro. They're going to get loans. They're going to put them in business. They're going to have them work, you know, because they know that they could take advantage of them. And it's good, too, because we can keep black people down, so they're going to be able to get this job, and they're going to want to push them in the spot that we was at, though. Yeah, Khalid Muhammad was one, too, bro. They took him out. He was not with the, bro. He was a type that it was not about if it had to get with violence, he didn't care. It's like he's not pussyfooting about it. I like the Khalid Muhammad, man. All of our guys, all of our ancestors, leaders that stood on business. I'm gonna go over him too, though. Khalid Muhammad. I'm gonna have to have a show, man, going over with him. But yeah, he was the truth, man. He was the truth. I'm trying to think of who else of our guys that really stood on business. He was one of them. I can't think of this guy's name. Steve Coakley. I love Steve Coakley, bro. Y'all got to check out my video I did on Steve Coakley. Steve Coakley is one of the greats. He was one of the first people that was calling out the little hats, like with documentation. Man, I did a video breaking that all down, bro. He would go to the meetings and record these people going into like having meetings and telling people, like with paperwork. He had files, bro. Y'all got to check this man out. This man was raw. Steve Coakley, Khalid Muhammad. We got, I already told y'all about my guy, Claude Anderson. But we got to get back on to what them guys were saying, because Bobby Seale was one. Bobby Kimmett. Man, let me show y'all this before. Look, this is the one I had. I'm so glad y'all said this, bro. Man, I love my people. Check this out. I had this one for it, but this is Bobby Kimmett. Hemmett, not Kim. I'm saying his name wrong. Let me get it right. But listen to what he's saying right here. Right? This knowledge, this game he's spitting. It's only 10 minutes. It ain't that long. Check this out. Let's get this. I want to hear what y'all think about it.
They taking over the earth and ain't shit we can do about it. And these white people are up in there talking about what can we do? Can we pray to God? Can we do? And they say, I don't know what we can do. They say, but we need to go jump on the government and kick the government in the ass for keeping this stuff back. Because these people, they are getting ready to take over. It's all on the tape. And it's all on the tape. And so they're talking about this reptilian. Now, I believe that the person who was talking about it got a hold to the actual information. He didn't understand who the reptilians were. You see. Now, it says that the Draconians is the Draconian has a cult of the dragon. Now, the dragon of the deep, i.e. space, brought to earth by the Ophidian current, that worshipped by the ancient Typhon of ancient Egypt under the symbol of Apep. Now, this is the key. You got to go get your book of Revelation. Everybody got the Bible. In the book of Revelation, they talk about this dragon coming back, right?
They did. That's dope, bro.
When the
Bobby
sawdust
Seale
settles
needed that, bro.
and the engine finally roars, the thing you care about most,
Bobby Seale definitely needed that. And he got a what was the name of his partner, his big partner? Huey P. Newton. That's him, Huey P. Newton, bro. Another one, you know. Another great. You know, he was on it too, man. Them were the guys, man. Them times, man. I'm
telling you, this thing is getting ready to go down. And you can go and read in your Bible if you know what the hell going on. It's supposed to be this dragon that everybody that ever read the Bible was scared of that damn dragon coming back with 7 heads. Right?
Now I do believe that, but like they use that Bible on us heavy too, man. So it's like they use that Bible and tricked us real good with slavery, you know. But that's what's up. They did that thing for Bobby Seale, man. But yeah, Bobby Seale, Huey P. Newton, Fred Hampton. I gotta put Khalid Muhammad in there, Malcolm X. Yeah, we got some strong brothers that stood on business. They had to take these brothers out. I'm mentioning the guys that they actually had to take out, though. It was like Khalid Muhammad, Malcolm X, Steve Coakley. Who else they took out that was about their business? It's probably a few more. I think they took Huey P. Newton out too, right? Somebody shot him or something in the school. It was something weird. I think they did that to Huey P. But we seen in history, like, black men get too powerful, they got to take you out. It's like they ain't finna have you sitting around awakening the people. But yeah, them breakfast program in Oakland helped the community for real. Yeah, and they stole it, bro. They stole that, and that's how the government used that for free school lunch, bro. Like free breakfast. You know? At that time, they ain't even have breakfast in schools, bro. Like, you know, like, so it was like, that was so big. Yeah, man, them breakfast programs, bro. But I think we got to get a group, anonymous group, bro. We're going to have to meet off this line and be meeting up in person. I'm going to have to meet up with my boy Jarvis, but yeah, they turned him into a dope fiend, bro. Yep. They did all that. So it's like, they took Dr. King out because he got radical and was planning to get reparations for the people. Yeah. They, you know, I think they had they had him brainwashed too, but once he woke up, they was like, oh, we got to get him out of here. Yeah, you said Wick was the Black Panthers. Yeah, man. They cared about our community. Like, they was like, man, the Black Panther Party was the best thing that ever happened to the people, period. I ain't even talking about just black people. I'm talking about, it was white Panthers. It was the White Panther Party, bro. You had Black Panther Party was in every country damn near. It was in Africa. It was in every state, 48 states. The only state they wasn't in was Hawaii and Alaska. It was everywhere. It was international. You know, that's the biggest we ever seen. A group of odd people, bro. They was almost close to knocking off the higher ups. We don't know how close they was, but I believe it was real close, bro. Real close. Because the 60s, it was like, I think that was our closest time, man. But yeah. we're gonna do some stuff. We ain't go broadcast our moves, but we definitely gonna on this channel, man. I like to be with the movers and shakers. I want to be a part of the people that's trying to really make some moves, bro. So we can't put everything on the internet though. We gotta hit them. What a time to be alive. My Philippine home. For real, what a time to be alive. When you know what your ancestors did and you know the impact they did, and now you gotta just sneak up on your enemy and knock them out. It's like, bruh, what a time to be alive, you know? This is the time where we can make a name for ourselves now. He said Bobby and Hewitt went up against some real kingpins in Oakland. Yeah. For real. For real, man. They was with all the smoke. They was with all the smoke, bro. And them times, man, oh my gosh, bro. Like, when I see that and see how they was, I would have loved to have been around, like, to be a part of that, bro. That's like something that I like would dream about being a part of, bro. An international movement to free the people, work for the people. It's like solid, man. But yeah, what a time to be alive, because it's coming, man. You know, it's coming. I think it's coming. We're gonna get things back set up, delineating. But everybody got me on this on the phone screen. I see that. I guess it's easier. But man, y'all stay tuned. We is gonna be putting some stuff together, man, and putting us together, and we not gonna broadcast it for everybody to know, because that's how we get that's how we miss out. They already know our moves and they stop at grassroots. So salute, man. So I appreciate y'all for tapping in with me today. Good night, man. What's to me? I am gonna go live tomorrow. You know, we definitely wanna. I appreciate y'all, man. You put that channel look suspicious. What channel? Oh, you talking about the Philippine home? That channel looks suspicious. Oh, you mean that Bobby Hemmett? What you mean, Jarvis? I think you mean that yeah, what a time to be alive, for real. Yeah, man, you never know, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, they gotta try to keep a hold of it. I feel you. I'm like Malcolm, man. I be paranoid already. That's why I gotta rep my Malcolm boy. Yo, and Jar's got that Malcolm shirt ready, man. So I'm gonna be definitely, we're gonna have to be pushing that link for you, Jarvis. So we're gonna link, man, tomorrow, man. I want to drop that shirt on them for tomorrow or this weekend, man. Put a show together with all our black leaders. That's gonna be the next show, man. We're gonna salute to the ancestors. All of the black men that stood on business, you know, to give us the freedom and the stuff that we got today. So my Philippine home, right? And you know what's crazy, Jarvis, bro? It's black people, Aboriginal black people in the Philippines. In the whole state, the Philippines is named after a man named Philip, who they say migrated from America. Ain't this crazy? It's like, bruh, they created the whole race, bro. They started creating races, bro. Black people. I know people don't want to admit that, you know what I'm saying? But at some time, they was playing with that science. And this story's about that. We're going to cover that. And they was hating on the black people on the planet. So they was like, man, let's create one. I went over that with the Yakubians. But yeah, man, you got to watch what people come in. You know, they be coming in trying to peek, see what's going on, see what we talking about. I kind of don't want to be mentioning too much, but yeah, it was just us, bro. It was just us roaming around this earth. You know what I'm saying? But they say one of us got mad. They like probably couldn't get in the position, and they was like, man, I'm gonna create a people that's gonna rule over y'all for thousands of years. And they doctored it up, had some aboriginals, that they not aboriginal, they had some albinos. They used the albinos, and then they probably used some other, they said some animals, bro. It's crazy. But I'm hearing different little stories that where it's not all human, But in the mountain, And you know what's crazy, Cow Dog? We got aboriginal people on every piece of land, bro. But they don't say we got aboriginal people here in America. How the heck can we have black people in the Philippines, black people in Australia, and you trying to tell me there's no aboriginal people right here in America, bro? It was some Indians that was here. Mongolian people. That's what they telling us. It's like they trying to pee on us and tell us it's raining, bro. Man, you had people in Mexico, bro, that was black. Like we had the Americas was like everything was black. Like Jarvis said, bro, at one point in time, it was just black people. The sun was too hot, bro. You couldn't, But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all, bro, tapping in. We definitely gonna stand on business for our people. And we're gonna drop on here tomorrow, man. We're gonna go live, trying to get more people on deck, push the word. But definitely, man, I can't wait to do some more research, show y'all with some of the Malcolm X, some of our leaders, man, go over some of the, some great stats or things about them, and just keep spreading the word, pushing for the people. $5 Indians. Yeah, man. They really like Mongolian. I think they're not even getting them from, it's the same immigration that they did back in like they're doing today, getting immigrants and bringing them here. It's like the perfect pimping was to bring immigrants over here and then make history around them, make them sign a treaty, put them in a certain reservation, and then make it seem like it was their land. Bro, they did some sophisticated schemes on us. I ain't gonna lie. They did some sophisticated schemes that worked. We just gotta keep exposing them. But man, I appreciate y'all, man. We're gonna get on here tomorrow, bro. Kyle Dog, Jarvis, everybody tapping in. Mama Lisa missed me today. Look, I ain't wearing this. I'm gonna wear my Dodgers hat next show, man, because they was on me about this Blue Jays hat. Probably like, yo, that ain't America, man. I don't know what you doing, but I appreciate y'all, man. Love y'all, bro. I'll catch y'all in the next video, man. Don't forget, man, support your local black businesses, bro. Just anything you can do, man. Make sure that we always supporting us, bro, because people don't like to patronize us. They like to patronize their own community. So we got to make sure that we patronize our people, bro. But I love y'all. Appreciate y'all, bro. I'll catch y'all on the next video, man. Peace and love.